Welcome to the first video in our series looking at the Microsoft Project Baseline functionality and how we can expand this component. The built-in baseline allows you to capture a snapshot of the schedule, and then as the project moves and your dates change, you can compare the schedule to the snapshot to see how your project's performing and where your variances lie. This series will look at the baseline component in 3 separate videos. In this first video, we'll take a look at the native baseline functionality within Microsoft Project. In the second video, we'll take a look at some of the limitations of the built-in baseline component. And in the third and final video, we'll look at how we can expand this native functionality to work around the limitations, giving us an unlimited number of baselines, a means of securing the baseline data, and a means of applying schedule logic to the baseline data. So in this example, I've just finished defining my schedule for a project. The project team are all signed up to it, so I'm now ready to commit to this version of the plan as my baseline. To do this, from the ribbon menu I select Project, Set Baseline, and then Set Baseline again. This dialog appears allowing me to choose the baseline options. In Microsoft Project, you have 11 repositories which can store your baseline information. There's the default baseline, plus numbered baselines named Baseline 1 to Baseline 10. We can choose which of the repositories we want to use, but for this example, I'm going to use the default. You can also choose to baseline the entire plan or just selected tasks. As this is the start of the project and my schedule is complete at this point in time, I'm going to baseline the entire project. Now, happy with these options, I simply click OK and the baseline is set. That means that a snapshot of the schedule's start dates, end dates, durations, the working cost values are all captured in a set of baseline fields. In this view, I've dropped in the baseline dates as extra columns, and we can see that the baseline values match the schedule. This already highlights a couple of limitations with the native baseline functionality. Firstly, there are only 11 baseline repositories, so a long-term project which will be subject to multiple change requests is likely to have more than 11 baselines, and that means that you can't keep a complete history of the baseline within the schedule. Secondly, anyone with edit rights to the schedule can update the baseline. This means that the project manager whose performance is being measured in the project is also responsible for maintaining the baseline data against which he is being measured. Even if we do trust the project manager not to do this, it would still be very easy for a PM to amend the baseline accidentally, making it difficult to rely on this data to reflect project performance. In the next video, we're going to look at further limitations of the built-in functionality that become apparent when we try to make changes to the baseline partway through a project.